Secret coins are notorious for being rushed and poorly designed, which made me wonder, can I, an idiot, fix every one of them? These will be judged by the coin master himself, only giving me a point if I successfully improve 2 out of the 3 coins.
No! That's so good! Come on, you were handed this one.
Let's kick things off with Stereo Madness, where the first coin is completely free.
Bruh.
If you weren't convinced these were bad already, I'll give you some time to join the light side. While it being blocked off does make it less clear, if you're a noob, the aura you feel from figuring it out now more than makes up for that. And the second one is actually a lot better. I would just personally remove the spikes so it seems more like a leap of faith. Despite this third coin being nerfed already, I would argue it's due for another nerf. Some of these spikes are way too much for level 1, but we'll see if Colin agrees, as it was time for the coins to be judged.
I'm lining up for the first coin. No! How dare you?
I'm sorry, bro. It's just too free.
I think you actually have a point with this. But at the same time, I do kind of like how the first coin of the game lets you get it in 2 different ways, which if the coin was always like this, I probably wouldn't have raised an eyebrow, but I think I have to give this one to Rob Top. You didn't change anything. I don't know, I think the original one was fine. 3 L's. Stereo Madness is a pretty iconic level, so it's kind of hard to top the coins on that one, I will say that.
Unexpectedly, every single coin lost. This was going to be so much harder than I thought. Colin was one of my favorite YouTubers as a kid, and he still is. So to make him proud, I decided to step up my game with Back on Track. Look, I'm legally no doctor, but I think we can safely say RobTop, the developer, is colorblind. Since instead of using the yellow pad, which is the level's whole thing, he used the blue one, which is only properly introduced 8 levels later. Yeah, this change was a given. Anyway, this one is so easy that even the Huz wouldn't bat an eye if you collected it, so I took a page out of Stereo Madness and whipped out another alternate tunnel to add some challenge. When I was trying to snatch this coin 6 years ago, yeah, Unk status, you don't need to tell me, I could not figure it out even if my life depended on it. Since we don't want people searching up tutorials on level 2 of the game, we should balance things out by making it a little harder and a lot less secret.
The thing that pisses me off so much about this one is that a fake bootleg Geometry Dash game managed to place this coin better than you did. Huh. Doing it 2 levels in a row is a little strange.
I mean, I could slide a few mana orbs if that changes your opinion.
Honestly, I think I'm going to give you this point, but it could use a little more cleanup. That's literally the same thing. You just made it more obvious.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I knew you wouldn't like that one.
That one, I'm sorry. That one goes to Rob Top.
I had disappointed Colin. Was it even worth it to keep pushing? But when all hope seemed lost, there was a train of opportunity in the distance. This TS PMO me off RN. There was so much untapped potential, but no, let's encourage camping the top of the map instead. Like, come on man, squeezing between these blocks would be perfect, since you actually have to pay attention to what's coming ahead. Even the most diehard enjoyer of this Back on Track coin would have a hard time justifying this. It brings nothing new to the table, and it's even worse now since it doesn't even tie into a level's core mechanic. I instead utilized the newly introduced orbs, which should make way more sense to a newer player. If there's one thing that unites us as a broken society, it's our shared hatred for the third coin. So let's tear it to shreds with a sin counter. A razor thin jump for a normal level. Blue pads once again making an early cameo. A gravity portal that's equally out of place, and an unnecessary blind jump. All of that in 1 second. Given that it was doomed from the get-go, I instead came up with an alternate route over here.
This one I'm sure you win. You have to really throw on this one to not get it. I'll give that to you. I like that one.
Let's go. Okay, let's go.
I want to see if I can get it from underneath. Boom. I'm sure people would make all these videos like, top 10 bugs in Polar Guys. You can actually get this coin by going from underneath. I like how you recovered that one with a orb, but now I think it's a little too obvious. I feel like most players would easily see how to get this coin. There's no strategy involved. It's way too free. Could be anywhere. I'm excited.
Oh, not that excited.
Ooh. Again, the entry is too easy, but everything else is cool. I like both of them for different reasons. Can I like give you a tie?
No ties.
You know what? I'll give this one to you. You deserve it.
It's pity points, but
it's enlightening.
while a small victory, it proved that there was still an ounce of hope for me. Maybe making Colin proud was in the realm of possibility. I have a confession. I kind of like the first tryout coin. Now, hold your tomatoes. I just prefer when gameplay is completely blind and the coin isn't even visible on screen. Okay, now you can throw those tomatoes because that was a load of horse. Literally anything would be an improvement here, but I went with the visible coin in exchange for some actually challenging gameplay. The rest of Dryad's coins are really good, and in turn, really difficult to improve. However, during the drop I noticed that whenever the song hit a long note, the level would complement that with a long jump. So I went ahead and added a subtle nod to it right here. Confident that the last two would probably win, I carelessly threw in a joke coin, completely unaware of how vital it would soon become.
This one you should easily beat. Huh. I'm pretty sure almost every player is just gonna fall into that. If you could somehow screw around with the camera.
Oh, so it appears like when it's fading in?
Something like that.
I'm mad I didn't do that. I could have gotten a point here.
This one I really like RobTop's version. Screw it, I like that. I'll give that to you. I like RobTop's for the simplicity of just knowing you can jump up there, but in terms of execution, yours is better.
All of my cards were now left on a joke coin I made in a couple of seconds.
Huh. Is it overkill? My first instinct is that it's a bit overkill, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Somehow, by the biggest stroke of luck, I was able to tie the scores. A couple of years ago, Colin made a Reddit post improving coins. 4 base after base. If any coins were going to impress him, it would most definitely be his own. Now, instead of it being handed for free like it's a Costco sample, I instead copied his homework and made sure to change it up a little. I don't even have to say anything, the second coin is speaking for itself. Luckily, I was able to brainstorm the solution that uses a swag route to reach this normally out of reach coin. Okay, I promise the last coin isn't as bad. Promise, bro. You just hold and miss out on all of the fun. I guess it makes sense. It's not like there's a load of potential with branching paths or anything. Oh.
I'll give it to you. It's just objectively a better coin.
I mean, yeah, I kind of stole your designs, dude.
Not entirely. I actually think you did it better than I did it. You bested me on that one. I know that's my design, but it's so goddamn good. Take the point. Wait, what the? What the hell happened here? I don't think this part needs an entirely new ship area for the coin. I'm not going to give you the point, but that's not because I want to give RobTop the point.
The question had shifted from if I would get a lead to how long I would have a lead. I sometimes forget where to fall for this first coin. And I've been playing this damn game for 6 years. It's downright criminal too, since this pick your path section was practically begging to be used. I've been scratching my head over what Rob was on while placing those coins. Because whatever it was, he clearly sobered up for this one. It's clear, requires some skill, and yeah, I've got nothing. If a coin is already perfect, I'm going to do what the kids call take the L by skipping it, since I will need to save my crash out for the last coin. Sun Tzu, Arts of War, was famously quoted after seeing the third Can't Let Go coin. What the fuck? Even with gameplay instead of gameplay, it's still blind at the end of the day. I instead moved it here where the camera doesn't decide to just Alt F4 on you.
Oh, that's I need to get a better look at that one. You're sort of turning it into the club step coin, but like a weird drawn out version of it. I could fix this one.
A few moments later.
Yeah, honestly, I guess because I can't think of a better design, I'll give that one to you. You sure as hell better fix this one. It's beautiful! Just dying to that spike. It's gorgeous. Come on, you were handed this one. There's nothing going for this.
Despite losing the lead being a hit to my morale, losing a tie would be a whole lot worse. As a dumb, stupid little kid, this was the absolute end of me. So I'm nerfing it for a change. While it may seem harder, if you don't have eyes, it's way clearer where you need to go now. Raise your hand if you've ever not gone for this coin. Yeah, I'm not seeing any raised hands. In the heat of the moment, the coin looks easier due to how busy the gameplay down there looks. And since you probably picture this part when you hear jumper, I hit it over here. You can't argue with the facts, so I'm gonna skip this one. Just kidding, this is dumb easy. I walked in on my dog the other day and he snatched it first try. So I beefed it up by extending the challenge instead.
I have kind of come to appreciate the really tight timing in the original, but I think for jumper it has to be toned down a bit.
Let's go.
Wait, where's the second coin? Have I passed it?
Oh yeah, I moved it.
Ooh. Honestly, I think most new players aren't going to jump into that portal. They're going to think they're going to hit it already. Like, you don't want a coin that actually hinders the regular level.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you just like lined up those spikes a little better. If you changed it to this, I'd give it to you, but it looks kind of weird otherwise.
Not only had I lost the lead, I had also lost a tie. I would have to make a comeback ASAP. Hypothetically, what if the coin was perhaps placed at the very start? You guys won't put your pitchforks up, right? Come on, it's such an iconic and missed opportunity. And even if it doesn't solve the issue of being dumb easy, the silliness makes up for it. I've been a day one hater of the second coin, and it's not because I can't get it. Okay, maybe that's true, but it's also because good luck trying to find out what kills you here. Instead of playing a game of hide and seek with hitboxes, I came up with something way clearer. And for the last coin, we don't speak of the last coin. Every time I play, I constantly forget where it is, and can you really blame me? There are millions of things I'll do before this, such as another one of those branching paths. I promise it's not an addiction. I could quit any day now.
I know it's kind of a joke one, but I think it is better than the original. The only thing holding it back is that it's too close to the start, but there's a sort of charm to having a coin that's this close to the start. You almost see no levels do it. I'm gonna leave this one as undecided until I see the other two. That would go hard in a map pack. That's like some Poo-Poo Machine 27 in the Epic pack, but not in an official level. I'm sorry.
An undecided joke coin, a lost second coin, and being behind were terrible circumstances to be under.
I know you're just kind of doing this Stereo Madness thing over and over again, but I think that's awesome. I'm gonna give you that one, and I'm also gonna give you the one at the start.
Somehow, I yet again had a massive stroke of luck with the joke coin. I was one step closer to making Colin proud. The obsession with hidden walls is borderline unhealthy at this point, especially since there was a perfect corner standing there, menacingly. Not only is it cool, actually, I got nothing else, it's just cool. I can't tell you the amount of times I've snatched this by mistake, or the amount of times I've missed it when I was going for it. Because of that, I relocated the coin all the way over here, only unlocked by skipping a gravity portal earlier. What am I gonna do with this last coin? Shove it into a wall? Given that it inspired the first improvement, it's no surprise I'm skipping it.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice there was anything different.
Really?
Yeah, I'll give you that. That click in the real coin, it's kind of inconsistent. Sometimes you'll just die. I like how you kind of drew this one out a little bit, but I don't think you can improve on how RobTop did it.
While it may seem like I was back to square one, there was still hope with X-Step. It's almost as if Rob needed to rush these coins out before a lunch break, since they're somehow crammed into the least interesting areas possible. Because of that, I'm actually going to move the first coin all the way over to 97%, since failing to control your nerves would be soul crushing, and also kind of funny. Not as soul crushing as slapping another wall coin with hitbox hell onto a part that could have easily rewarded people for completing it upside down. I said what I said. Anyway, the next sticker coin is 6% ahead and leads you directly into a blind jump. It proves what I said earlier on the dot, since this empty space was begging to be used. I remember this part blowing my mind as a kid, so even if it's a bit confusing, I would argue it fits the trippiness.
Is this where the first one is?
Yeah, you know how to get it.
Oh, I do know how to get this one. I've been an advocate of this for God knows how long. Take it.
Awesome
Take the W.
sauce.
It's just a good idea. Holy sh! That is phenomenal.
Is that a W?
That's a really good one.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, why not? It's funny how you put it right at the end of the level so people will choke there.
Yeah, that was the whole idea.
You swept with X-Step. Nice job.
If I played my cards right with Clutterfunk, I was about to go on yet another generational run. Hold up. RobTop is kind of cooking with this first one. It's clear, but still wait. Oh no, he was not cooking with the second one. It could have done this, where you skip a size portal to fit into a mini-only gap. But that's boring. Let's have the 11th wall coin instead. You know the drill already. Trust fall into some completely unmarked area, and maybe prepare yourself, because sometimes there's gameplay you can't see, but sometimes there isn't. While there are ways to improve the coin, there's no saving it. Since under the covers, it's a Walmart version of a Walmart version of that one terrible coin in Tryout. Instead, I set my sights on this iconic ending, where by skipping all of these paths, you'll be in the right place at the right time to be boosted.
How could you change this? Oh, I feel like this section becomes easier when you're mini, but I do like that little opening there. I'll give you the point for the idea, but I think you had to make this a little less obvious. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, honestly, take it. Take it. It's better than the original.
Despite deep down feeling like Clutterfunk would have been a loss, it somehow gave me the lead I desperately needed. My mission to make Colin proud was beginning to pan out. Oh, the screaming? That's the coin screaming to be made. Sure, you could argue the section is supposed to be a troll, but if we're doing another unoriginal wall coin, boo, you might as well. I promise this isn't sponsored, but the second coin is simple, difficult, and most importantly, enjoyable. I just wish I could also skip the third coin, since by the time you remember it exists, it's already far too late. Besides, there used to be a secret way where you could spam to fall out of the level, and since it fits the choose your own adventure theme, I decided to reference it here within a fake tunnel.
Are you a top or a bottom?
Top, you play the level.
That's more effort! You always go bottom! No, I'm sorry. You've defeated the entire point of this part. You have to build on his ideas, not just destroy them. Once again, you're shutting down RobTop's ideas.
3 for 3 O's. Okay, that's not a good sign. Even though we were still neck and neck, it would be a lie if I said it didn't sting. Now don't boo me, but I can't help but feel like the coin's doing way too much. Ain't no coin make you have to do all that. Since figuring it out should be most of the challenge anyway, all I needed was a single tight jump. Alright, I'm gonna leave you alone for 1 minute, Rob. Don't do anything stupid like another wall coin or something. Fuck. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Here's what I came up with. Let's leave before I lose my mind. You could probably put a gun to my head and I would still accidentally go for the last coin. It's way too tempting, but for the worst possible reason, since not going for it is harder. It blows my mind, no pun intended, that the roots weren't swapped here.
The timing's more interesting, but I think the addition of that block on the right kind of gives it away. Either way, it's not really doing anything that RobTop's coin didn't. The original coin is just a disaster of hitboxes. I'll give that one to you.
Okay, we have a chance here. We have a chance.
I don't think the size portal's necessary. Or was there always a size portal there? I think swapping the paths is the right decision.
So, is that a W?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I got the confirmation that Unk still got it, letting me take on yet another lead. Isn't it funny that the update introducing secret coins had 2 back-to-back that are easier than the normal gameplay? Such a great first impression. Since we don't want to set the standard that coins are easier, unlike other coins, I plopped it in this memory area since there isn't much going on here anyway. It was cool like once. Actually, that's a lie. It was never cool. What made Rob think it would be cool for the 100th time? You know, 2 can play that game. I'm also gonna reuse one of my coins, switching the troll out for a brand new route instead. Since dying to the last coin over 6 years ago still haunts me at nights, I'll skip it so you guys can feel my pain too. Even if I did beat it 30 minutes later.
Oh, I think I know exactly where this one is. Yeah, you're getting that point for sure.
How did you notice it?
It's pretty well known. I've seen people hide secret ways there. Once again with this one, I feel like you're kind of shutting down Rob's intent, so I think I'm giving it to Rob.
Look, there was no universe I was winning club step. Let's just hope we'll hop aboard the comeback train. No complaints here. Unlike the second coin, which requires you to go through so many walls you question if you left no clip on when it could have easily been located in the ball instead. Not only does my solution run miles on the original by not being a wall coin, its recovery is also, in my humble opinion, one of the most creative things I ever thought of. Okay, I could kind of tolerate the floor idea 1 or 2 times, but it's seriously starting to get old. And since your nerves will be at an all-time high here, it would be funny if you were to suppress all of them and do a very controlled straight fly instead. Is it really that confusing?
No, I know you use the ground up top. I think that's a bit awkward. Yeah, I would have done that. Using the ground isn't bad though, I'm still gonna give you the point. Last one, this will be fun. Great spot for a coin. No, I think most players are going bottom here.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think you laid that one out too well.
With every level, the room for error and the room for impressing colon slowly shrinks, so I would need to make a comeback now. Did you know that every coin in Hexagon Force uses slopes in some way? Just kidding, people believe anything on the internet nowadays. I wouldn't mind the first coin in literally any other level, but for a level that's entire thing is using slopes, the coins have to build off of them. Like this, for example. It's like Crop Top forgets these are called secret coins, cause trust me, nobody is getting fooled by this. The thing is, and I promise I'm not turning on you guys, we can actually keep the wall idea, but expand on it by making the coin out of reach unless you use it. Am I the only one who finds this last coin extremely sketchy? The hitboxes aren't that bad, but again, is this how low the bar has gotten? I decided to instead kill 2 birds with 1 stone by patching the secret way present, yes, present in the level and continuing to build off the slope idea.
It needs some tweaking to feel fairer, but I'm giving that to you 100%, I love it. Oh, you have to go down in order to go up. I mean, it's just a straight up improvement, sure. What the hell is going on there?
Yeah, it's actually a reference to the secret way.
Oh yeah. It's a little drawn out for no reason, but I like where your head's at, so I'll give it to you.
3 for 3. Okay, we're so back. We're so back. Sweeping with Hexagon Force was an incredible boost to my morale, especially since I was inches away from taking back the crown. My mission was back in action. Unlike that disaster, these coins are light years ahead due to them actually building off of what's in the level. Awesome, only took us 17 levels to get here. Now that I've said that though, please forgive me for changing the first coin. I decided to once again pay some homage to a swag route. This time we're able to stay upside down throughout the entire wave. Look, if you think there's anything wrong with the second coin, there might be something wrong with you. I'm gonna take the L since I may be a villain to some of you, but I'm not a monster. The last coin? It's okay, but with how much missed potential there was to hide it somewhere in this maze, it might as well be bad.
Is the whole point that you're just doing this part upside down? No, I'm sorry. It's like, what the hell is that? Kill it. Kill it with fire. I don't like anything about that coin.
Is it that bad?
It's so wrong.
While good on paper, I had seriously gone sloppy with the last 3 coins. I couldn't make the same mistake again. What's funny and kind of sad is that the invisibility idea is extremely creative. It's just buried under so many bugs that you'll be praying on your knees you don't die to them. Looking back, my solution is probably a little too hard, but shh, nobody will know. When I was trying to beat the level for the first time, there was a sudden feeling of dread every time the second coin was in proximity. It's not even that hard. Tell me that when you're eyeballing it and end up dying. It was this close to being perfect too, since making it a little clearer is all it needed. If you told me this coin was added last minute, I would believe you. Even then though, that shouldn't be an excuse. I came up with a solution so quick that you can make a speedrun category out of it. It's clean, unlike the original, fun, unlike the original, and a good choke since I'm feeling a little evil. Unlike the original.
Just a pure skill coin. Sure, I'll give that one to you. I think it's in a decent spot. You fixed this one! Oh my god, you fixed it! It's bearable! Take that one as well. I think this one's a little too easy, but I still like it. In an alternate universe, I'd be rating that one pretty highly.
Sweeping with all three was the confirmation I needed to lock in. Update 2.0 brought infinite possibilities for secret coins, but you already know that one quote goes. With great power comes great responsibility. Off-screen coins were already bad enough, but Rob has free reign to make them invisible now if he pleases. But let's not be so glass half empty here. I'm sure he didn't fumble the first ever impressions for a 2.0 coin or something. Oh no. I usually wake up real early to have extra time to hit on wall coins, but I'll give credit where credit's due. The idea is extremely creative. The problem? The hitboxes are whack when they should have been more open. There are a billion ways to enter that take just a few seconds to patch, and the recovery is somehow off screen when it really doesn't need to be. There's always been a funny way to cheese the level, and yes, this also hasn't been patched, which I think would make for a cool coin route that balances tight and long jumps instead of a single jump. Unlike the first wall coin, the third coin doesn't have any bugs, but also anything remotely interesting. If you were to take this one step further, you could remove the wall, but I decided to go 2 steps ahead and also reuse one of the diamonds from earlier.
Geometrical dimension. The first Rob Top coin's really buggy, so I'll give that one to you. How do you fix this coin? How do you fix perfection? I'm sorry, Rob Top's is so much better. You're reusing Rob Top's idea?
Yeah?
That's so good! Oh my god!
Damn, okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Oh, that one's so satisfying.
If I were to win this challenge, I needed to keep the lead. Okay, I get it's called deadlocked, but if we're just gonna hand the coin out for free afterwards, we might as well cut the key out of the equation and reward players for messing around with the teleporters, you know, the level's whole thing, instead. The second completely stole that one coin's flow. Not cool, man, since there are still a billion ways to collect it, and the recovery should have used a visible block instead. Even with some touch-ups, I would still prefer if it was in a more memorable spot, like this memory area. I've read the script so many times and I just realized I was a pawn. This was the closest I was to skipping a coin in this entire challenge. But for the jokes, I placed one between these boss beams instead, which is somehow possible to do in the original.
The key's really iconic, but again, that doesn't mean it's good. No, nuh-uh. Huh. I think they're both equally good. Regardless, it's caused a wave where pretty much every custom level with a boss fight has a coin exactly like that. I like Rob Top's more, but yours isn't terrible. Ooh, putting a coin here is spicy. Oh, that's... goddamn!
So what we thinking?
Sorry, don't like deadlocked.
Sweeping 3 for 3 L's this late into the challenge was a terrible look, and if I were to tackle Finger Dash, I would first need to build up some skill with Geometry Dash Meltdown. Okay, this first coin is just mean maxing, since by the time the wall opens up, you'll damn near die of old age. It's downright evil too, since making it open earlier wasn't exactly a hard change to make. But in case Colin is also a villain and thinks that's a bad change, I added some details to show the falling structure as decay, because what's more memorable when sight reading? Okay, don't forget to jump into one of these random walls. Or hey, that's the wall with the green bushes and the coin. Due to the second coin having as much seasoning as white people chicken, given since it's a wall coin, I made it so that to collect the booty, you don't have to open up the wall with the key. While the final coin continues choo-chooing the mid-train, I appreciate that the bar isn't in hell as it's at least visible. It's still extremely free though, so I'd personally make the entrance like that one in base after base.
I think the deco's weird, but appearing earlier is probably the right call.
W or L?
Yeah, making it appear earlier is a good idea. I'll give you the W.
You're gonna love this one. Oh, okay, why is the plot?
Aside from that missing piece, it's good. Can you just like...
No, you can't fall, you can't fall.
I like that. I'll give it to you. You get the point.
On the opposite side of the coin, see what I did there? Conquering the 7 seas gave me hope for a larger lead. Literally anything, and I mean anything, would have been more well thought out than this. Like this. Now, there are 2 chompies guarding the coin, which can only disappear if you collected the green key earlier. Not to brag or anything, but this might be one of the greatest coins ever created. Just saying. Are you telling me there's another wall coin? You know, I don't mind this one actually. It's pretty clever, so I'm gonna take the L here and move on to the third coin. Sorry, I don't know why I made that so dramatic. Now, I could have added some spikes and called it a day. If I was a lame-o, since now a coin tags along with these chompies, and it's your job to notice any openings. Despite it being so free that messing it up could diagnose you with a severe case of skill issue, I would say that the hunt should make up for it literally being one jump.
I like how it shows there's a coin there. Now, where could the key be?
Oh, yeah, I moved the key to be a bit later.
It's a different color, it's cool, I'll give you that. Where's the coin? Oh! Oh my god, you can see it flying by! It's putting a smile on my face. You get the point for that.
I had finally gotten a 2-point lead. What was next? A 3, 4, 5-point lead? Truly, the sky was the limit. Okay, we get it. You had a keys to the game. Do we need it in every level now? You just jump and the objects telepathically move out of your way. I get him, but it doesn't even make sense anymore.
I'm tired, boss.
It's doing way too much when it simply could have been this. Can someone count the amount of wall coins we've seen so far? No, seriously, I need someone to count them. Since if you took a shot every time you encountered a coin hidden in a wall, you wouldn't be drunk. You'd be flat out dead. Unlike Viking Arena where the challenge was finding the hidden room, it's blatantly obvious. So where's the challenge exactly? In fact, some challenge is all that it needs. You know that feeling when a joke is so stupid it kind of works? That's how the last coin feels. I was almost contemplating leaving it in, but come on, we can do so much better. Due to Robin rolling in the fun police, you can't enter parts upside down in this level, which, as a D1 hitter myself, I say let people enjoy things and have it branch off into an alternate ending.
Now it's too easy. And you can do that.
I thought I patched that. I could never pull that off.
Nah, RobTop wins. RobTop wins this one too. There's not enough going for it.
Ooh, you got that first try. Nice.
I could tell right away. I think that's smart. I'll give you that point.
Thanks to the previous wins, this setback wouldn't stop my unstoppable lead. When I saw Finger Dash, I very quickly realized, dang, I'm screwed. Coins like the first are easy, yet make you feel so cool, which is an incredibly hard balance to achieve. However, let's be real, if you're able to survive the spider gameplay, which is less open than the coin, it wouldn't kill you to buff it by a couple of pixels. Well, unless you die to it, of course. I was borderline considering forfeiting the other two before I came up with one of the greatest coins ever created. Yeah, if you somehow couldn't tell, this coin is a joke. Please don't take this one seriously, I just thought it was kind of funny.
That's the same coin. Is it just tighter? Sure, why not? You didn't really change much, but I could make do with it being tighter. What the hell? This is too tight. You're basically turning it into demon gameplay for no reason. Still gonna get it though. Yes!
Reality hit me hard when I realized that unless I would win 3 out of the last 4 points, I would lose. I had to lock in with Geometry Dash Subzero. For a Christmas cash grab, there seems to be a severe lack of well-made cash grabs. When Subzero is the first impression to Geometry Dash for millions of players, me included, these coins are impossible to find unless you cosplay a goat and ram yourself into random unsuspecting walls. Fortunately, they were updated, so if these second chances aren't absolutely perfect, I'll tear them to shreds. Yeah, we're seriously starting to stretch the secret part of a secret coin. While my solution does require some speedy reaction time, I spice it up with some spikes to balance it being more obvious. On everybody's soul but mine, we can all agree that this change sucks. Isn't a secret coin supposed to be secret? I reverted it back to the original version since it was perfect the way it was before. At least that's what Colin thought I did. Imagine if the change was just like, I hid the coin again.
Why would...
No, I'm kidding, I didn't do that.
You scared me for a second. You just made it worse again.
If you go literally one room over, you can plop the coin down without having these dudes just magically spawn in. This one is a no-brainer. I'm surprised it's not official. Yeah, give me all the L's in the world. The last one is a perfect balance between secrecy and skill, and is a trend I noticed throughout the entirety of Subzero. That's called foreshadowing.
I love Subzero coins. You should know that about me.
Stop the cap.
I don't think you fixed it in the right way. You just added like more particles, so it's an L. That's pretty smart. I'll give it. I'll say you get that.
Considering I endured 3 losses in a row, the only way out of this was if I swept 3 for 3. First and second coins are fighting the infamous Battle of the Mid, as while the first has gone a lead with this horde design, the second has made some enemy advances by being a key, aided by the fact that the coin afterwards seems way more interesting than it ends up being. Besides, there's been a theory floating around where some rooms are inversions of each other, so I let you enter the inverted room upside down to collect it, while for the second, I made it comically out of reach, unless you change your size through a little passage earlier. It's surprising how after the update, the secret coin made an Avengers level comeback, going from a goat ramming simulator to having an optional fun challenge. Unlike the coin, it's not too surprising I skipped it, since after all, the third coin in Subzero is always extremely well made and thought out. That's called foreshadowing.
I'm just glad the first coin's gone. Screw that one. Oh, I saw thing. Oh, no, here's the thing. I don't like this coin, but the first coin is even worse. I'm disappointed, so I'm not going to give you the point. I like how you dealt with that ball part, but it's excessive.
Dang, I'm on an L streak right now. Hey, it's not over yet. While a dire situation, there was still a special opportunity with the ending. I may be a lone wolf in saying this, but unlike the first coin, which I'm skipping, I can't help but feel underwhelmed with the new change. Sure, it's no longer a total joke, but clicking a bunch of random orbs does not do the teleporters justice. If I were in Robert's shoes, which would be pretty weird, I would add some teleporters that seamlessly blend in the map, allowing you to snatch the gold. With one potential win on my belts, I can't possibly win with 2 L's. That's called force. Let's just cut to the chase. All you do is click a couple times here. I repeat, all you do is click a couple times here. Calm yourself down, Cog. Over the last 7 years, there's been a secret way here, so I made an intimidating ceiling of spikes which can be turned off using it. Yeah, I didn't change the first one, it's pretty good.
Really? I mean, it's decent now. It's not great. Having to learn this coin for the 3rd time is like... It's soul crushing.
How do you not notice it?
I don't see shit.
That's crazy, bro. It's literally right there.
What am I looking for? Oh. God damn it. God damn it. That's actually really good.
You know there's like a secret way?
I do know that there's a secret way. No, you took it too far. You just took that way too far.
Too far?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You were so close.
Dang.
You were a little too close to the sun with that one.
This was it, right? I had disappointed Colin. Well, instead of having to get best 2 out of 3 to get a point, the last round would net you a point for every coin you improve. This was my last chance. You would think after all of this, all the drama, all the updates, everything, Dash's coins would have been at least passable. But no, I guess that's too much to ask for. Here's a free coin for just hitting a block instead. Sure, there are hints, but thanks to the sheer amount of content thrown in your face, they might as well not be there. What I did was a bit cheap, but unless you build a 2.2 level like Dash with coins directly in mind, there will never be room to tag a neat coin onto a finished product. You know something seriously went wrong when a coin is only possible, get this, if you're not colorblind. Sure, we could take the easy way out and make it visible, but that wouldn't be as funny as this now, would it? Did we not learn our lesson here? You just click a couple times. Again! The Urban Dictionary's definition of missed potential literally talks about the 3rd coin, I kid you not. Okay, maybe I do kid you, but it probably should, since if we scroll just a couple of percent, it would fit perfectly here.
You still hit the red one? Piss off.
Really?
It's just worse now. What the hell is going on here?
Oh no.
This is absolute ass. I like how it merges back in. I will admit that's cool. I mean, it's better than the original. Sure, why not?
While I may have lost the challenge, I realized that at the end of the day, it's not about the destination, but the coins we hit along the way. Okay, I'm not that corny. Or maybe I am, since I'm Cobb. Consider checking out more content like the video on screen, and thanks for watching. Mwah.